Hello and welcome to another episode of the Federal Church Presents Better Than Bloomberg. Today we're continuing our coverage of the 2024 global financial system collapse. You get to learn a lesson about communism. So, apparently the Bolsheviks are still in action over their Jewish little social media, still trying to defraud the Reverend of his billions of dollars, getting the useful idiots of the world to participate in it, largely fueled, motivated by Bolshevik communist envy. But we are seeing their foolish endeavors materialized into their deserved horrendous collapse. So, Zero Hedge put up a nice note just now. Japanic Monday. Japanese bonds stocks halted after plunging into bear market as everything crashes everywhere. Things are breaking everywhere. There's their little retarded communist refrain. Breaking. Nikkei biggest two-day drop in history. Ooh, who called it? The prophesizer. Let's take a look at what Zero Hedge has here. So, in our preview of last week's BOJ, we refrained from giving details and merely shared a candid assessment of what we thought the result would be. And this was the twat Zero Hedge put out. BOJ preview. Whatever is the dumbest possible thing that can happen is what will happen 100% guaranteed. And we were right. Or they were right. Because by deciding to hike rates into an economic slowdown, well, depression, actually, the BOJ, which, as we noted last week, changed the rules again, has unleashed a financial apocalypse by creating a positive feedback loop. Love that bullshit. Feedback loop. Think they should spy on me. Think they have the right to spy on me. And then cry feedback loop when bitch slapped into reality. That culminates with a deflationary collapse of all assets. Ooh, see, that's the thing though. That's not deflation, that's stagflation with massive inflation. And it gets much worse. As the bank now goal seeks a surge in the yen and thus deflation and economic devastation. Oh, it's not going to be deflation, stagflation. Which has led to not only to the Nikkei promptly entering a bear market from its all-time high hit just 3 weeks ago and wiping out all of its year-to-date gains. And it is now August. Now not to mention collapsing 15% since last week's BOJ meeting, which we knew would be a disaster. Let's see if we can reload this, get this working. Which has also just suffered its biggest two-day drop in history, surpassing Black Monday. I think I want to call this Ferrari Monday. Let's see, what else would it be? Communist Failure Monday, House of Cards Money Printing Failure Monday. Oh, here's a good one. Pseudoscience Implosion Monday. Let's see. Bolshevik Filth Envy Collapse Monday. You're not equal, no matter how much you want to feel better about yourself Monday. Let's see, what else could we call it? Call it Bitch Slap Monday. What else can we call it? I'm sure there's plenty of good names for it. Oh, you're gonna be poor because you thought you were gonna fuck me out of billions Monday. Let's see, out of envy Monday. Let's see, you will be poor and suffer more from that than how much you would be suffering from your jealousy and envy of me driving around in my Ferraris for the last 11 years Monday. I'm sure there's plenty more of this. But basically, it's the collapse of their money printing Not even a Ponzi scheme. House of cards coming down. Because don't forget, not only are they imploding now, but they get to print more money for their wars. But also the halt of trading of both its peer, the Topics, circuit breaker triggered for Topics Index, as it too enters a bear market. They're all equal. They're all in the same boat Monday. Let's call it that one. Japan's Topics Index falls 20% from July peak, and the entire Japanese bond market. Circuit breaker triggered for Japanese government bond futures. Meanwhile, among today's free falling stocks are such names as the iconic Nintendo. Oh, here's a good one. Mark goes to LA only in his private jets and driven around in his Rolls Royces Monday. Let's see. NASDAQ 100 futures drop as much as 2%. That's nothing in their little stagflationary environment. They can't beat inflation like Zimbabwe. And perhaps something more troubling is that Japan's mega banks are in free fall. Because they're all insolvent. But don't worry, they're all equal. They're all insolvent. So are the rest of the banks in Asia, probably. Definitely in the US. Probably a good chunk everywhere else, too. Starting with Mizuho. Mizuho shares fall as much as 12%, most since March 2020. How much did it fall in 2007, 2008? Because I bet you it'll beat that one too, because it's worse than that time. And ending with Japan's largest bank, it's JP Morgan, if you will, which just plunged the most on record. Mitsubishi Union Financial Group shares fall as much as 21%. Who would have seen this? Oh wait, the blessed, the anointed one, the prophesizer, the reverend, called it. Called it. What was that? Just a few days ago. How did that happen? Oh, there's my P&L, by the way. Further dipshits wasting my time. Don't ever fuck around with my goddamn time and money. You will be sent to the fires of hell. Record intraday decline, and it's not just Japan. Korea is joining the party as well. Look at this. Kospi index slumps, taking losses from July peak to 10%. Holy shit, look at this. And of course, the US, where NASDAQ futures are crashing. Oh, that's a little dramatic, isn't it? Dramatic. Let's just say it's on its downward fall to implosion. Because it's all insolvent. Their entire banking system is insolvent. And apparently they think they're getting rate cuts. Even though, well, you're going to fucking war. You're going to be printing shitloads more money. And the S&P is down 1.1%. See, we had a nice little lesson on bond pricing. Zero Hedge and I had indicated to my pal there, where I asked him, hey, put this out to the people that you know. So if you're in a stagflationary environment and you say the Fed cuts rates 50 basis points, but inflation, not CPI fudged inflation, but real impact your bottom line inflation, is 50%. How do you now price your bonds? Now, the do things by convention and brainwash, brain dead, do not think, just do whatever the textbook told them. That got them the implosion like SVB to begin with. The dipshit trade, as I had called it. Well, they probably still haven't figured that one out. And the S&P is down 1.1%. Ooh, that sounds a little dramatic. We all know that's going to implode, especially in real terms. Because inflation is amazing, especially in stagflation. NASDAQ 100 futures drop as much as 2%. And then there's Bitcoin, which, well, let's not even go there. So strap in, folks, the day is just getting started. Probably a good time to play margin call again. Maybe I'll get to make my show Bad Banks without any little rat bastards trying to stick their little filthy noses in my little endeavors, especially thinking they're gonna profit from it. But who knows? Who knows? We do know reality is far more entertaining. So don't forget to donate because you're gonna be poor as shit. You won't have shit to donate soon. At least get the tax deduction now. And again, be prepared for your repetitions that you need to repeat. Mark gets paid his billions immediately. Say it with me. Mark gets paid his billions immediately. Mark has zero problems caused by anybody on social media. Zero problems. Mark drives around in Ferraris and lives in mansions. He lives better than your garbage entertainment filth. Repeat it, because you're gonna be poor. Toodaloo, motherfuckers.